What's up, guys? So today I'm going to talk about NUVO H20. Now, I didn't want to talk about this, and I didn't want to make this video because I like to use a product before I really get into it. So I've been using it for about 6 months, and I feel like I can talk about it fairly competently without just blowing smoke. So first thing, what is NUVO H20? It is a filtration system, a water treatment system. What I've learned using the NUVO system and talking to people about it is water is like politics and religion. People are set in their ways and there's nothing you can say to change their mind. I've got a lot of people that are upset when I say water treatment system, water softener system, water whatever system. And here's the scoop. NUVO H20 is technically a water filtration treatment center. It filters your water of any particulates, any chlorine, other stuff out of the water, and then it treats it with a citrus filter. It's not technically softening your water, but what it is, it's removing a lot of that stuff that gives you the water spot buildup, that clogs your pipes up, stuff like that. So regardless of if you're a water nerd or not, overall what it does is it filters your water to make your dirty, harsher water cleaner water. I'm simplifying this for y'all because it's the way I had to simplify it for myself, okay? So I'm talking to y'all the way I would talk to myself. So don't take it negatively. If you know way more about this than I do, by all means use your big words and break it down to a molecular level. I'm fine with that. For me, this is how I know. So I've used this for 6 months. If you guys don't know, I built this house. We drilled our well a while ago. The water that we have here is the hardest water on the chart. When you test the water, it is all the way at the top, okay? It also has an odor. So I pretty much have water from hell. I'm pretty sure Satan's down there juicing rocks and we're sucking it up and putting it through our pipes. So this is already a pretty impossible task. I had a 3-part filter system prior to the NUVO H20 and I had to change it out about every month because they just got bogged down. The water flow started to slow down. The smell was terrible, and it was about $60 for 3 new filters every month. In the winter, it lasted a little bit longer. I think the fact that my pressure tank is out in the sun and it gets hot and it heats it up and there's other things. So anyway, it was just a nightmare. So I did some research. My home is very efficient. I have span panels. It's built very efficient. I didn't have a ton of room for a big salt water system or treatment system and another big whole house filter. I wanted something compact and I really didn't want salt. The reason I didn't want salt is, if you don't know, watering plants with salt treated water isn't good. The salt can trick the plant into thinking that it has more water than it does, and your plants can shrivel up and die, thus the danger of watering lawns or flowers or gardens with softened water. Most houses have a spigot on the outside of your house that doesn't get ran through your treatment system, so you can water your lawn with hard water. If you don't have that, you might want to check, and maybe that's the reason why you're having a hard time growing vegetables and other things. It's because you're watering with water treated by salt. So with the NUVO H20 system, I did the NUVO H20 Manner Trio with a UV filter. So what this does is it filters out a lot of the, I want to say impurities, but a lot of the stuff that is in your water, whether it be odor, whether it be chlorine, whether it be your silt, whether it be whatever else, like your typical filters, and then it goes through a citrus filter, which actually, and don't quote me on exactly what this is, but what it does is it treats the water and actually kind of changes the chemical of it so that it's still hard water. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this in layman's term. It's still hard water, but it removes a lot of the things in the water that leaves the water spots, that leaves the calcium buildups. I guess it kind of breaks down the calcium. The citrus breaks down the calcium. I'm going to leave it at that. There's more to it. There's science that goes on in there, and I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to speak on it. But what I can tell you from just a user standpoint, because honestly, I'm the guy on the computer. I don't care how the computer turns on. I just want the computer to do what it says it's going to do. This filter system does what it says it's going to do. I would highly, highly recommend it for anyone who is on city water, anyone who is on fairly okay well water. Now, I have well water from hell and it is still doing a great job, but caveat here, I'm about 6 months in and every now and then I get a slight hint of odor coming from my water. Now, nothing wrong with it. After I run it for a little bit, it clears up and there's no problem. So I don't know if that's just the heat. We're in 100 plus degrees here in Texas or what it is, but I'm going to test it out. These filters are supposed to last about a year. Now, I do run a lot of water through them, but it still should have a lot more than 6 months. So we're going to see how far that'll take me down the road. And I'll make a video. So subscribe to this channel, ring the bell. I'll make another video when I actually do change out the filter system. That way you'll know how far I made it down the road. Now, a couple pros about this. It's really easy to install. It's really compact. I installed it under my house. I have a conditioned crawl space down there, so it's not going to get frozen or anything like that. So I installed it under my house, which was really awesome. It was very simple to install. You hang your bracket, you attach your heads on there, you run your PVC pipe through it, you screw in those cartridges, and you're done. It's that simple. You could put it in your closet, your water heater closet. You could put it really anywhere you want to. It's very compact, it's very clean, it's very crisp. The next thing is changing those filters out is very simple. You go in there, you unscrew it, you pop your new filters in, and I'll make a video about that, and you're done. The one con I will say about it is that the filters for the system are fairly expensive, but when you think about having to buy salt regularly for your salt system, and when you think about having to buy a whole house filter and all this other stuff for your home, it kind of levels out. I would say it's a little bit on the higher end, but in the end, your water is amazing. So you don't get that slimy feel. You don't get that weird softened water feel where it feels like you still have soap on your hands. The water still feels great and I love it, but you still get you don't get as much buildup. For example, I'll put a picture up of what my shower looked like after about, I don't know, it was about 3 months of not cleaning my shower with my previous filter system. And then I'll put a picture up of about 3 months of not cleaning my shower with the NUVO H20 system. And you can see a significant difference in just dirt buildup, in water spots, in the yellow walls, which is just from the water coming out of the spigot, just dirty. Not only that, but every month or so when I change my filters, I'd have to soak my faucets just to get that buildup, that calcium buildup out of there so the faucets would work properly. With the NUVO H20, I haven't had to do that yet. So again, what I'm saying in this video is so far, I would highly recommend the NUVO H20 system, especially if you don't have insanely hard and stinky water. This will probably work as a charm. I have really hard and really stinky water and we're about 6 months in and I'm still very happy with it. But to be honest with you guys, there's a slight scent that's coming through. So I'm not sure if that'll just keep being very slight, and because it stinks for a little bit. After I have it on for 10-15 seconds, it goes away. So I don't know if that has to do with the filter system or something else that I have. But anyway, what I'm saying is, as of right now, that's my only con of the system whatsoever. And I'm not even sure it's the system's fault, but that's the only con that I have so far. So overall, guys, I highly recommend it. If you want a discount, if you're going to grab yourself one, use code JOHN10. Click the link below to go check it out. Click around. Be sure to reach out to them if you have any questions. Leave comments below if you have the system and you like it, or if you hate it. I would love to hear what you guys think about it and how you feel about it. So anyway, guys, that's the video. NUVO H20 Manor Trio. That's what I'm running on my house right now. And so far, I'm loving it.